Hello everyone, I am SS the Showstopper and today is the 7th of October 2023. I'm so glad I got rid of that the sunlight that was coming in the last video. It was really bad. I thought it felt beautiful because I felt the warm sunlight, and so it felt really good to me. It was coming in through the window and stuff like that, but the reflection was extremely poor. And like I said, that's natural sunlight. That's natural sunlight, and that's just how it is at times. So sometimes you will see me over here and you will see a different shade, because I'm trying to move away, turn the phone to the lighting, or turn the phone away from the lighting so it reflects on me. But at times it looks good when I'm doing a video, but when I watch it over, it looks really bad, and I just say, you know what, I'm not editing anything, I'm just sending it as how it is. And so that's why you will find different shades. Even in one video that I upload, you will find it looking like that. Now I'm just using um my room light, and that's it. That's just the light in my room and that's it. But anyway, I just had a feeling, and I got a message that came to me, that came to my mind, that came to my soul, and I felt like now would be a good time to share it with you guys. And I've been seeing some things on social media, and people are showing that, they're going through a difficult time. A lot of times people don't say what they're going through. A lot of times we don't need to know what they're going through. But for them to take up a phone and upload, and they're going live, or they're holding a phone uploading a video, I'm sorry, and stay go saying that they're going through a despair and they're crying, they're really emotional about whatever situation that they're going through. It takes a lot out of a person, because you're throwing yourself at people, at complete strangers, hoping that someone will hear you and someone will be there to assist you. And at times, every now and then, we need a shoulder to lean on, because we're not an island. We are made codependent on each other for survival and also to live, because that's how we were designed. And so it's important for us to know the importance of each other, and not to pray, not to belittle, not to tear down each other to feel good about ourselves. And it's a sad situation, because I know what it is like to be in a very dark place. I've spoke about it several times in so many videos, about my depression, about things I was going through, a rough time, and no one was there for me. Nobody was there. I was in a dark, my soul, like it was trapped in a dark room, and I couldn't get out. And they were like just rust. It just felt sore inside, like rust, and it was an extremely difficult time for me. And so I had to look beyond what exists, or beyond what my naked eye can see. And I just had to reach out to God, to the powers that be, to speak to me, to give me grace, to alleviate the problem, because what man can't do at times, and when there's no one around to even assist you, God Almighty is there. You understand? And I just want to put this message out there to a lot of people. You are not alone. There are so many persons going through a lot of things. Yes, there are people who have more endurance than others. As the Bible say, the race is not for the swift, nor the battle for the strong, but to those who can endure it to the end. And there are some people out there who have, I don't know if they have endurance. However, they have been tested over and over, and it has brought them real down. It has brought them down, and they have withstand, they have overcome pressures of life, and can tell their story. They can tell of their triumph and what they went through. And I'm putting that message to you out there. This is not scripted. And so I may lapse, or may lisp, I may twist at times. I remember I speak about my speech impediment problem. So please, guys, just forgive me and bear with me, okay? So I just want to put it out there to let you guys know that whatever it is that you are going through, always remember this. This moment too shall pass. This moment too shall pass. Give yourself 3 months down the line. Give yourself a month down the line, 6 months down the line, and you'll wonder what you were crying over, what you felt depressed over. What you will realize that it was only of significance at that moment, because your energy is focusing on it too much, Unfortunately, we don't live in a society where there's much release therapy for individuals, places that people can go to relax, to get things off their mind, especially in a harsh economic climate. People who are going through a lot of things, single parent household, fathers who are single, mothers who are single, people who are going through a lot of things, people who are trying to get by, people who are in need of basic commodity, people who are poor, people who are struggling. You don't necessarily have to be poor, but you're still struggling. You understand me? Even if you're working class, unemployed, it matters not. And there isn't an avenue where people can relax, where people can release themselves. If such is the case and that even exists, you have to pay a lot of money to get to that venue or to get to that place. And it makes it even more difficult for us all. So my message to let people know that no matter what you're going through, someone else is going through the same thing. They may not have shared their story with you. They may not have tell you what they're going through or how they are getting by. But best believe what a lot of things that you guys see on social media, or the glitz and glam, or the lace wig, or the bikini, the vacation spot, the this, the that. People are only showing you what they want you to see of themselves. A lot of times that's not their life. That's not their daily life. They have a whole lot of misery, a whole lot of pressure that they're going through that they simply did not come on the social media and post for you to see. They're posting snippets of what they want you to see, so they can feel as if not so they can feel as if, one, they're a part of an in crowd, and number two, they can make others feel bad about their situation by frolicking and posting theirs flamboyancy on social media. But it's all smoke and mirrors. I promise you, whatever pressure that you guys are going through, sometimes you need to take a break from social media. Sometimes it's important to take a break. It's like watching the news. Do you watch the news every night? No, because of course it is very depressing. It is very frightening. A lot of things on the news give you nightmare. And in order for you to get a comfortable and peaceful night's sleep, you at times have to take a break from the news. You have to take a break from what's taking place out there just for a good night's sleep, because it plays on the mind of individuals. And so with social media, it is the same thing. You are seeing so many things out there that are simply not real, and people dress it up, people paint it up, people design it up, people costume it to make it look like that's their daily life and that's their lifestyle. And I'm telling you, it is not real. It is only to play on your self-esteem or to make you feel even more bad about your situation. And they may very well be in worse situation than you. They're just not posting it on social media. They're basically a charlatan. And you have to understand that's also a reality. There are people out there who show you what they want you to see of themselves. It doesn't mean that is the truth. So whatever, if it is a bill that you owe, if it is a sickness that you have, if it is a family issues, if it is issues with friends, if it is issue with your workplace, if it's with issue with finance, with housing, with food, with relationship, with religion, with your sexuality, with understanding yourself, with your body image, whatever the case may be, I promise you, there are so many people who are going through the same thing, but they choose not to show that side of themselves to you on social media. I learned something a very long time in life. My child's father always spoke about it. And he remember when he was in his field, doing his career. He always say to me, when we go to certain spots and there were certain type of people who were there, and they were showing off and they were talking about, oh, they're going to look at such property and they're going to do this and they're about this, because I was always with him when he was meeting up with these people. So he was always talking about, I'm going to look here and I'm going to look there for my property, and I'm going to do a consultant. I need to speak to you in the morning to find out what paperwork I can draft up or you can draft up for me. And he always say to me, look around you. Nothing is ever what it seems. a lot of these people, because he knew their file, and he always say a lot of these people that you see here who come here, they just come to showcase, to stunt on each other. A lot of them owe rent, a lot of them owe mortgage, a lot of them owe and can't pay. They have car note, they can't pay on it. A lot of them don't even have money to send their kids to school, but they come here because it's a social scene for them to show up, show out. A lot of people are also networking. They're trying to get different people. They have a product, they have their business that they're trying to market. And so they're coming up with convenient ways to sell their business or to market their business so they can get more clientele or customers. And so that's what the atmosphere was all about in that particular setting. Social media is no different. It's all about who can shine, who can frolic, who can display flamboyancy, who can show this. And it will show you, it will give you a perception like these people are really doing well. You see them in videos in this big mansion. They are doing this, they're doing that. Listen to me. In first world country, in the United States, nobody owns a home. Nobody owns a house. It matters not how long they live in that house or if they purchase it cash or it's a 30-year mortgage. Nobody owns a home. All you have to do is stop paying a property tax and see what happens. Nobody owns a home. So when people are going around, I'm not saying that a person shouldn't look for better for themselves. I'm not saying that a person shouldn't be proud of what they have accomplished in life and stuff like that. I'm only cautioning you. I'm only cautioning you who is watching and who is feeling depressed and feeling bad about their situation. It's like mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. That person is feeling bad based on what I have. And look at me. I'm doing well. What do you have? That's the image. That's the message that they are putting forward. And mission is being accomplished. You allow not any of these people to make you feel less of yourself. If you're living in a 1-bedroom board house, if you're living in a 2-bedroom, if it's you and your 3 kids in one room, whatever the case may be, never allow a person to make you feel bad about your situation. It's a level of vampirism that takes place on social media and also in the world, where people trample on others to pivot their career, to accelerate their career, to or their lifestyle out there, and to rub it in your face so you can feel what? Inferior. And upon feeling inferior, you will dig to be like them. You will dig to be like them. And then you wonder, how come you haven't reached there? How come you haven't reached there? And you will realize that when you get closer, you realize that, but this person wasn't living any life. This person wasn't doing anything at all. It was all smoke and mirrors. It was all smoke and mirrors. You understand? And that's what it is. That's what it is. It's actually when you get there, you realize nothing was ever what it seems. A lot of these people don't even own the house. They're renting it. They're renting it and they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing that. But they come on social media and they're pushing a lifestyle, trying to make others feel bad, feel less of themselves. I always say my self-esteem is one of the hardest things that you can ever touch. Because I've had stretch marks on my body since I was a little girl before I come to know myself. I have been bullied throughout my life. I began modeling. I entered Miss Jamaica. I left from Miss Jamaica and I started modeling in other places around the Caribbean and stuff like that. And I was bullied. I was shamed for my body. When there was less of me, of course. I've spoken about this so many times. And I empowered my own self. I empowered my own self because I was daring. You see me posting pictures of myself in my underwear, in my little lingerie bottom and a top, and you see my tummy, you see my tattoo, you see my stretch mark. I'm not hiding. As to this day, people know me by my tummy because I always wear it out. You flaunt your flaws or you hide your flaws. I'm the type of person who flaunt my flaws because I'm not shocking you. I'm not going to give you a shock when we enter the room or when we enter any setting, intimate setting. I don't believe in that. I'm the type of person who is what you see, it's basically what you are getting. I don't shortchange people. I don't turn tricks on people. I don't believe in any of those kind of stuff. And that's one of the reasons I stay by myself, because there are way too many charlatans out there. And they're in the spirit of vampirism. And I do not want, you're not going to suck my energy. That's one thing that you are not going to do. You are not going to get the opportunity to suck my energy. I spoke about media. It's a Phoenician word for media nights. It were a group of people who performed magic. Yes, they did what we would call witchcraft today and stuff like that, but they performed magic. That was their culture, that it was a norm for them. And so they'll put on shows and make it seem as if they're here when they're actually not, they're somewhere else. And that's where the word media comes from. Hence you have filter, hence you have airbrushing, hence you have glitz and glamour. You have all of these kind of things that you would put on your face through the apps or through the phone features or the app feature, and it tricked the crowd. It's the same thing with people and their lifestyle. It's all smoke and mirrors for social media. So I just want you to know that, guys, if you have nobody to talk to, or if you have nothing to think about, or you can't take your mind off the problems that you're going through, I learned this in life: go general. Stay in silence. You can hear what they call it, Piniwali or Batlas or whatever the case may be. You listen to nature, nature speaks. Go general, listen to the birds, listen to it. It speaks to you. It teaches you to be calm. Be at home with yourself. You don't know how to do it, pray. Pray. The Bible said that when you pray, God revealed things to you in a dream. So you pray and you get information as to how to go about it, how to traverse. We are not an island. You're not in this alone. You don't need to be religious to pray. You don't need to be. You understand? You are seeking wisdom and you're seeking understanding of yourself and how to overcome. That's the only way. The reason a lot of people are going through so many things and it's driving them is that they are leaning to their own understanding. And your own understanding have what? Limitations. The great L. Limitations. Your own understanding have limitation, because there are just certain things you don't know. We exist in time and space, and so there's a limit to our existence. There's a limit to our understanding. There's a limit to our knowledge. It matters not what a man invent. A lot of them are pulling energy from places not of this world, because there's a what? Limitation to the existence of man. The very Bible says what? Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. There are times when I'm here and I wouldn't have it, and I would say, God, I don't know where it's going to come from. I'm asking you, please inspire me to come up with an idea where I can start something that can be frugal. I can start something that can make a lot of that can bring finance so I can sustain myself. If it's even to turn newspaper into money, because I don't know. And a lot of times things are revealed to me in a dream and I get the inspiration, do this, do that, try this, try that, try this, try that. Okay, I need some assistance. Okay, Almighty God, can you send someone? Can you send a teacher? Can you send a Samaritan? Can you send someone, a friend? Can you send someone to help me build my spirit? And it's revealed, and then I meet people, and most of the times they're strangers, complete strangers. Guys, I saw a man, and the reason I did it, because I saw a man on TikTok and he was crying and he was talking about God big up him 3 boys and one daughter, or 3 girls and 1 boy, something like that. And he's saying that nobody knows what he's going through, not if his family, his mother don't know, his brother. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is someone who will lean on his own understanding. Our own understanding has a limitation. I have done it several times. There are times when I cuss, I'm in the room, or I'm outside, I'm in the hall, I'm in the bathroom, I'm in my yard, and I'll cuss God, and I'll say, God, you have abandoned me. God, why do you hate me? Why do you this? Why do you that? And, sometimes I just feel a little better and inspired to go and do something. Go and speak to someone, and someone just call my phone after, or someone message me and ask me how I'm doing and this and that. And sometimes I'll just say I'm okay, because I just don't want to burden people with my issue. But God had inspired them to message me. You understand me? That's when you trust in God, things work slowly, because we are working with our time. So we want it to move in our favor at our time. But God doesn't exist in the realm or the reality or the existence of time. He exists in eternity. The Almighty, or the universe, exists in eternity. And so it's at his time. And a lot of times, don't you see, a lot of times when things work out, you end up saying, boy, yeah, what a good thing it didn't happen then. What a good thing. Nothing happened before the time. And you really realize that you were forcing something before it's time because of anxiety and a lot of these things. That's why it's important for us It's important for us to pray. It's important for us to listen to nature, go to the beach, sometimes the river, a park, an open field, and listen. Sometimes the music that you're playing, tone it down. Tone down the music. Energies are passing. You won't be able to pick up positive energy. You won't be able to hear what nature is telling you because you're always in this noise. You're always in this noise. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Sometimes you listen to music, yes, to get rid of stress, but are you getting rid of it? No, you're not. You're just developing another coping mechanism. That's all that's happening. And come tomorrow, you feel like a junkie just the same. And you're just trying to get by, just trying to get by, just hoping to feel better so you can get by. And it never changes. It just get worse. And you just find another coping mechanism. So my message is not to put down anyone. My message is not to make anybody feel bad. But I'm just trying to let you guys know that no matter what you are going through, there are so many people out there who are going through it. And it's not a lasting moment. It's not a moment that will last forever. I spoke of my great friend who took his own life. God rest his soul. He took his own life because the pressures of life was too much and he didn't speak about it. He wasn't interested to speak on it and stuff. And we couldn't save him. He had made a decision. He made a decision to take his own life. And this is somebody that I cared about. But I knew nothing. He spoke. He only half-assed, or he half-assed me, or he will tell a lie here and there. And we didn't know how grave the situation really was for him and how bad it was really doing him. So if I can save someone out there, throughout my message, you understand me, that they don't go through drastic measures and harm anyone or harm themselves or take things to heart and start stressing out themselves where their blood pressure start going high, where they have to be on medication. And a lot of these medication side effects are suicidal thoughts. So you might not consciously have it in mind to take your life or to harm anybody, but at the end of the day, when you're heavily stressed then and you think about something too much that is beyond your control, that you wish not to leave for a moment, what happens is that you end up with other problems or other situations that start happening to your biology. And because of that, you now have to be on medication. And a lot of these medication side effects are suicidal thoughts and suicidal tendencies. So we have to be careful. I'm only saying that because if I can save a life, like I said, I would love to know that someone had listened. Thank you so much for the persons who have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much for the persons who have been there with me since I established my channel. Thank you so much for those who understand why I titled my channel that name, SS Devil Advocate Channel. Thank you so much for those who understand, those who seek, those who read, those who have been with me and saw my very first videos coming straight up and hear me repeatedly speak on my channel and talk about things. There's never been a time where any of my topic were foolery or were garbage or was just something that was about idle thought. It was always in the process of spreading awareness, understanding, information, or I put myself in a position where I can learn from someone who is more knowledgeable of the particular topic that I bring to my channel. So thank you guys so much, and I hope that if someone out there can hear me, I hope that I'll be in a position where I can help someone to feel a little bit better or to develop some sort of relief or inspiration to pray a little or inspire others to pray, to go for a walk at times. You understand me? If it's even to clear your mind. Because at times we can't help the situation that is around us. So what do we rely on? Hope. We rely on hope. You cleanse your place. You pray throughout the whole four walls. Pray and speak to God so that the evil energy that sets you to be negative and to keep you down can expel itself. You understand me? Thank you so much.